pandemic. Where the heck was I going to get glasses? I checked places that make glasses. I looked online, and what I found was my solution was practically in my own backyard. So I called Dr. Z, as most people know him. His office is right on North Main Street, right here in the borough of Jewett City. I went to my appointment and had my glasses faster than I would have thought possible. Call Dr. Zuckerman at 376-2848. I trust Dr. Z with my eyesight, and you should too. Make an appointment today.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
We are the future. Griswold Parks and Rec is a parent's one-stop source for all things fun. Town events, sports, fitness, and enrichment for all ages. We love our residents. Let us prove it. Go to griswoldrec.org. I'm going to tell you a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Once upon a time, my neighbor took some stuff called heroin, or maybe something else called fentanyl, but it killed her. The end. She was the best neighbor you could ever have. I can only imagine how her 12-year-old daughter feels. This is a story that is told more and more every single day. People that are addicted to opioids are just like you and I. It's your neighbor, it's your uncle, or even your mother. Good people that have gotten sick and they are dying. This story can change. Prescription drug abuse is a serious public health issue that can be faced effectively with the right resources and education. Don't let opioids have the last word. I can change the script. You can change the script. We can change the script.
For additional resources, go to www.drugfreeconnecticut.org. This message brought to you by Griswold Pride, Putnam Pride, and United Services.
Another place you can go for information about keeping our area drug-free is, of course, griswoldpride.org. Griswoldpride.org. So, make sure you check them out from time to time. Check them out on Facebook. Check them out on the World Wide Web. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at the forecast right now. Here's Paul Lash.
Good morning, everybody. And right now the temperature downtown Jewett City is up to 30 degrees now. It's a little warmer this morning. It's sunny today with possibly some clouds this afternoon. Highs will be around 47 degrees. However, there could be a little wind around between 5 to 10 miles per hour. But tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows around 28. For your Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 40 degrees. Again, the wind will continue between 10 and 20 miles per hour. And of course, for Thursday evening, mostly clear.
Mostly what?
Mostly clear.
Okay.
Lows around 18 degrees. And that's your weather on this Wednesday, 03/03/2021.
Thank you very much, Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. No, you can't say that.
Dr. Seuss.
No, we can't have Dr. Seuss.
You can say Dr. Seuss. Come on.
Can't do Dr. Seuss.
Come on. We live in a world now where, America's most loved author for children's book is now being called a racist. We have let's see, no more Aunt Jemima. We can't have her anymore.
No more Uncle Ben.
No more Uncle Ben. He's nothing more than just a bunch of mushy rice now.
Yep.
And we even have a non-binary potato as a toy for kids.
Did you ever see his sex on a potato?
No.
How can you tell the difference?
Now, is kid Spud? Is Spud a boy, girl, trans? What the hell?
It's just unbelievable now. We're getting a little bit too out of whack.
That's the point.
It's going
the point.
too far
This is
now.
ridiculous.
We're tipping the scale in the wrong direction. I mean, come on. When I saw that yesterday, Dr. Seuss, I mean, come on. Who the hell decided that? Which brilliant mind came up with that decision? You kind of wonder, one of the leaders of our country? I don't know.
I will not sit in this place. I will not get in this place. I have nothing to do. It is not about race. Thank you, Dr. Seuss.
That's true.
Come on. The whole thing's a bunch of crap.
Well, the problem is that,
and I'm sorry if there are people out there that say, that they feel that Dr. Seuss is some sort of racist character or whatever. But
I never think of things as being racist. I treat people like I want to be treated. So I
Yeah.
never bring that race card into anything. But now they keep bringing it up, and I think it's going to turn more and more people off.
yeah,
It's like people are going to get sick of it.
can we not read Tom Sawyer now?
Oh, that's another
You know,
thing. You're-
Huckleberry Finn. I mean, these are great works of literature from Mark Twain that have been heralded for decades and
Yeah,
and decades and
never thought of
decades,
that. Never thought of that.
centuries.
Yeah. What's the next cartoon that's going to be or book that's going to be changed? Let's think.
God.
Yeah, is Bugs Bunny going to be in trouble because he's with Elmo Fudd? I don't know. Donald Duck.
Cindy says if you look hard enough, you'll find exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Which is true. Which
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
If you want Dr. Seuss to be racist, then you can create a racist Dr. Seuss.
Well, it's funny because I think I guess it came out as a result of.
What's next, Mr. Rogers?
No.
Because Mr. McFeely,
Yeah.
is a creeper name for a postman.
I don't know.
How about just call him Mr. McDeliver? Or
And
Mr.
the funny thing about
We're
it,
gonna be tasty, Mr. McRib.
when they did this whole reading thing, Obama kind of like, it's okay. It's okay for Dr. Seuss.
Sure.
The new administration now is saying it's not. So, what the hell is this?
I don't know. Folks that are watching us right now on Facebook Live, what do you think? Do you think that Dr. Seuss is racist? Do you think that this is ridiculous? Do you think they're reading, pun intended, too much into this?
Yeah, who? I would never even analyze it that way to think of that. I don't know. I can see if it was violent.
Mhm.
If it was violence in there, that'd be a different story.
Speaking of violence, I mean, you just mentioned it because you're not monitoring the room, but Denise just said Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. Look at the violence there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm still looking for that company Acme that sells all those products. I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, I know.
So you got Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. That's a really good example, Denise. Tom and Jerry.
They got a new movie out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the older cartoons, the Tom and Jerry cartoons, extremely violent. One of the more, Tom and Jerry was actually an experiment.
Was it?
It was an experiment to have a violent cartoon between two, kind of non-threatening type of characters set to classical music.
Really? Wow. Didn't know that. Yeah.
So,
but think of the cartoons that were around. I mean, think about Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. How many times was he trying to shoot at him?
Yeah. Killed a wabbit. Killed a wabbit. Killed a wabbit. Yeah. So
what's next? Porky Pig.
You treacherous Twixter.
The Porky Pig. I mean, that's
he's too fat.
Too fat. Yeah. What about Goldilocks and the Three Bears? She ate all their food. Pig. She ate all her food. Come on, let's get rid of that book.
Or she's some sort of pedophile because she was sleeping in Baby Bear's bed.
That's true. A grown woman taking advantage of a little bear. I don't get it. I mean, think about it. I mean, Daffy Duck. How many times he got his butt kicked?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those cartoons were violent.
So we're obviously we're now talking about cancel culture, and that's what's going on right now with all these things.
Yeah.
What are other examples that you can come up with? I defer to the fine folks that are watching and listening in the YouTube and Facebook group. What kind of things that are that of cancel culture has affected you? These are things that I grew up with, like Uncle Ben or Aunt Jemima. I'm going to say Aunt Jemima. Aunt Jemima was a symbol of delicious pancakes,
right?
To me, that's it.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben was a symbol of rice dinner, and stuff like that. That's it.
Well, I think what's next.
Tom and Jerry, fun, fun cartoons, and Dr. Seuss. Just What are we gonna do now? Are we gonna take away the Grinch That Stole Christmas?
Probably. I would be a bit surprised if that
You know?
happens. All right, let's look at the let's look at the baseball teams. White Sox are no good anymore. Can't have Red Sox. I mean, that's how ridiculous it's going to get.
Mhm. Well, it's already got
What about
ridiculous.
you can't have Cleveland Browns? That's racist.
And of course, yeah, we mentioned this one already, but this is the one that really gets me. Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Mr. Potato Head. We have a non-binary potato.
I don't know how you tell the sex of a potato. I really don't.
Depends on how many spuds.
I don't know. I mean, what's next? You kind of wonder what is next. Every day surprises me that there's something new on the horizon that they want to take away from us.
Daryl Nadeau says it was the publishers of the Seuss books that decided it. Well, they're idiots.
Yeah,
they're idiots.
I don't get it.
But it's true. Cancel. Oh, Joanne, we'll get to you. Cancel culture is out of control.
It is.
Our afternoon radio show host, Angela, just mentioned that. And she's right.
Yeah.
It's completely out of control.
It seems like they want to take everything that we grew up with away from us.
Please don't take Shrek.
Well, he's green. Can't have that.
Why can't we have green?
No.
Because of what? The Martians are green, and now we have to.
The Irish are going to get mad.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I'll say goodbye to St. Patrick's Day, folks. No more green beer,
No more green beer.
Everything is going to be.
Yeah. That's racist. Why don't we have blue beer? Why don't we have red beer?
It's ridiculous, is what it is.
That's what it's coming to.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on. This is all stuff that we all grew up with. And now I'm not a racist. You're not a racist.
No. I mean, think of think of the things that I watched when I was a kid. There were a lot of violence in a lot of the shows that were on TV. Look at all the westerns that were on. For crying out loud, But I notice now some of the old westerns that come on, they put a little, they put in front of it, this is old, culture stuff, not to pay attention to it. So
we went through the violence of Tom and Jerry and other cartoons in the 90s when violent video games were being blamed for desensitizing our kids. That's an interesting point because not only just the 90s, but video games today are just as violent, if not 10 times more violent.
Yeah.
The language, honestly, dropping F-bombs now.
Oh, yeah.
Is almost politically correct.
I know.
You hear it all the time, effing this, effing that. It's just, and I've told my kids, I said, if you were with a police officer and a police officer was questioning you, would you say, I don't know, what the F, officer? No, you probably would not. Why? Because it's disrespectful. Are you going to say that to a public attorney, if you're in court, or a judge? Or a doctor. These are things you're not going to say. I don't know why it is now acceptable to say it wherever. It sounds like trash, if you ask me.
The problem is that you get so used to using the F word in every other word that when you're in a conversation with a person of higher authority, you're going to slip it out.
Yeah,
it's going to happen because you're so used to saying it. It's just going to pop right out of your mouth.
Joanne just said, what about brown rice? Can we not eat brown rice now?
Oh, that's a good question.
And that's actually the better of the two. If you're going to take
if you
brown rice and white rice,
different taste. Yeah, you're right.
Right, but it's supposed to have it's supposed to be better for you.
Yeah, I know.
Long grain brown rice.
I particularly don't like it, but I prefer the steamed rice. I call it steamed rice.
Okay, you don't call it white rice?
No.
You racist pig.
No.
I think that cancel culture is ridiculous. It doesn't mean anything.
No,
it doesn't mean anything at all.
I know. And
people are buying into it. They're buying into it. What is it changing? If you get rid of Uncle Ben on a box,
doesn't change anything.
you know, you want to talk Black History Month. Okay, Black History Month. Every February is Black History Month. I saw a video, I watched it over and over and over again with Morgan Freeman, who was on 60 Minutes years ago. And Morgan Freeman said, I don't want Black History Month. He goes, Black history is American history, and he's correct.
Yeah, he is.
He's correct. Black history is American history. Where's White History Month? I mean, we're going to have cancel culture or something like that. Why don't we have Jewish History Month?
Yeah.
This is not political. This is just common sense.
Yeah.
They don't want it. We don't want White History Month.
It should be all history.
It's just American history. Why are they not teaching this stuff in school?
Because keep in mind that a lot of the professors and teaching stuff in college now were people that grew up in the, let's see, when would they have grown up? 70s and 80s?
Teach the history.
Yeah.
Don't teach what you want or what you think is best. Teach the history, what's molded this country. We did not build this country that's getting torn down by ridiculousness from canceling and pulling everything out that we all know and grew up with as kids and our generations before that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's insane.
They want to start taking stuff away from you. They don't want you to have that old culture back. They want to tell you what your culture is. People are going to be so afraid to say stuff to one another because they're afraid they're going to offend the person they're talking to.
Right, right.
That's what it's coming down to.
Eric says, I loved my Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head growing up, or now it's just Potato Head. Yep. It was already a trans neutral toy, which is true. There were no sexual organs
in a potato.
On a potato. If you bought it, you took it out, there's no penis there.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
You can find one. You're in good shape.
You couldn't even put one on.
No, you couldn't.
He says, Mr. and Mrs. switching them up was the fun part. Mm-hmm. I don't get the attack on gender. I don't either, Eric. I don't either.
I don't know.
I do not either. Stan says, I always thought Aunt Jemima was a tribute to a great cook. Yes.
Yeah.
Stan, perfect.
Point.
Stan, absolutely perfect.
Good point.
She came to Jewett City in the 60s, and I got sick and did not get to see her. I was disappointed.
Wow.
I would have loved to have met the real Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
Wow. She was a celebrity.
Yeah.
God.
Think about some of the old stuff that used to go on. We talked about Brer Rabbit and Uncle Remus.
Yeah.
That's next.
I think they already started ripping into Remus.
Yeah.
So Morgan Freeman does not, Joanne says Morgan Freeman does not want to be called a black man. He wants to be called a man. She goes, I love that guy. And you know what? He is. He's a man. Yeah. That's all that he is.
Right.
Paul, are you a white man or are you a man?
Man.
Yeah. That could be whatever. No, you're not a white man. You're not a black man. No. You're not a red man. You're not a yellow man. You're a man. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. But they.
So what's next? Get rid of the Crayola crayons?
Oh, that's true. Or you can have.
Is that next?
Yeah.
Can we not have yellow highlighters?
No.
Or any kind of colored highlighters?
No.
You see what I mean? This is.
Yeah.
Are we desensitizing everybody so we can be freaking zombies?
That's what they're attempting to do.
Screw you.
I mean, that's it. Just the start of it. Yeah.
Eric goes on to say, and we need a White History Month. It shouldn't be wrong if there's a Black History Month, right? They say we talk about white history all year round. Not a good excuse to demonize white history. I just think there should be history.
Right.
I don't personally think they should have white history, Black history. I think history and culture are two different things. So, for example, if you want to teach like Native American culture, you know, that right there is, or Native American history, that right there, you know, helped, you know, That's history.
Right.
You know, if you
Well-
want to use it as subject matter, don't call it, don't call it Native American history. Don't call it Black history or label it. Just call it history. Because this is what created and built this country.
Right.
That's all that it is. I mean, do you disagree or
No, I don't disagree. I just think we're there. This is what's happening. I don't like what's happening, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because as soon as I say something about it, then I'm racist.
You're not racist. We're
I'm
talking
just-
about it now. We're not racist.
I know, but if I say something wrong, somebody's going to think I'm racist. And
Who? Millennials?
let's not talk about them. They have a rude awakening coming.
Yeah.
They're going to have a rude
Yeah.
awakening coming because
Tammy Dudek. God bless you, Tammy, for putting the cat in the hat as your profile picture. Damn it, I'm doing that today.
I think a lot of people.
I am doing that today.
I
It's
think
ridiculous how much we are allowing to happen. And she's right. We're allowing it to happen.
How do we stop it?
We stop it. We just stop it. It's like Morgan Freeman said, how do you stop racism? You don't talk about it.
Well, unfortunately, it's in the news every day. Every day.
Okay.
so-
And we bitch about how the news is not even the news.
I know.
You know, ABC, PBS, NBC, Fox. They're telling you what they want you to hear.
Exactly. We don't have the Cronkites and the people of yesteryear that we had telling us news. We don't have that anymore.
Very true.
Yeah. We have news people giving their
Nobody-
opinion.
No, yeah, spot on. We never had. I mean, we don't have that like anymore. Like Walter Cronkite, where he's reporting the news.
Correct.
Sam Donaldson.
We don't have that.
Don't have that anymore.
No.
Tom Brokaw.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore.
Nope.
We have a bunch of talk shows,
Right.
that deliver opinion,
That's what it is.
right?
That's exactly what it is. It's their opinion on
Is
what,
that news or is that entertainment? Is that sensationalism? Well, let's just make every show like Morton Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Well, I hear you. I don't know. It's ridiculous. What's next?
I'm going to bring something else up, but we got to get to some business first.
Okay.
We've been talking about it, and we're going to continue talking about it. Let's talk about something good right now.
Okay.
We have been gifted, if you will, a bunch of gift cards for Big Y.
Mm-hmm.
How you like that?
Wow.
How you like my hand?
Is it that time coming up?
Huh? It is that time.
That time, huh?
It is that time right now. So what we're doing is we are pushing out a word of the day through our app. If you do not have our app, you will not get the word of the day. Therefore, you will not be able to win a $100 gift card at all, right, from Big Y Supermarkets, which is, of course, through the graciousness of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank that have donated these. We gave one away yesterday to Michelle D'Amico of Jewett City. She won.
Got you.
Now we have another one. We put out a word yesterday.
Yes, you did.
So here it is, folks. The first caller to call me at 860-591-1054, 860-591-1054 with the word of the day that we pushed out yesterday. If you can get that to me right now, I'm going to give you a $100 gift card to Big Y Supermarkets, courtesy of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. And there's the phone. Here we go. Hi, who's on the phone with us on SNSN?
Hi, this is Jessica Brzlecki.
Hey, Jess, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How much you know about cancel culture?
Yes. Oh, I've been listening.
Yeah, cancel culture. Cancel culture sucks.
It definitely does.
It sucks.
Yep.
Say it with me. It sucks.
It sucks.
All right. You know what doesn't suck? The word of the day. Jess, can you give me the Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank word of the day that will give you right now a $100 gift card to Big Y. Jess, what is it?
Checking.
Correct. Correct. The crowd goes wild. Congratulations.
Thank you.
See, it's pretty easy, isn't it?
It is very
Pretty easy. It's not like we're giving away a free iced coffee.
That's right.
So you know what? Today I will tomorrow I will drop that off to you.
Yeah,
Somebody just
that
get that
sounds
one.
fantastic.
All right. So Jessica, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. See you. We'll talk to you later.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jasper's lucky.
There you go.
There you go. Winner number 2.
Wow. Cool.
How you like that?
I like it.
So now we're gonna go ahead and push out another word of the day.
Sometime during the day.
That's right. And we will give tomorrow will be a little bit different. Oh no, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, no, after 8:30. We'll do it after 8:30 as well. So you must make sure that you go ahead and get the app. Because once you do get the app, then just like Jess, Paul knew what the word of the day was. The word of the day was checking.
Checking.
So day number 1 was kasasa.
Yep.
Second day was checking. So kasasa checking. You see you see the thing going on here?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So we'll get that too. So we have another. We have 8 more.
That's good.
We have 8 more to give away. So make sure you download the app. Enable notifications. So once you get that word, we will go ahead and make sure we keep giving these things away.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
Paul's got the weather coming up.
Oh, I do.
And then we're going to continue not so much with cancel culture, but something else that it's a little more like a gender type of conversation.
Okay.
And we'll get into that in just a couple minutes right here. It's SNSN.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports and your home for local news and weather.
Broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City.
The Streeting News and Sports Network, SNSN.
Don't just wish for a winning deal. Make it Dish. It will make it real. Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hey everyone, this is Ellis Dish from Dish Motors. We're back better than ever with our new sales and service center on Route 32 in North Franklin. Everyone says there's nothing better than dealing with the dishes, and here's why. Selection. We have the area's largest inventory of off-lease, one-owner vehicles of all makes and models. You name it, we got it, or I'll get it for you at no additional charge. Quality. Each vehicle goes through a rigorous 120-point safety and quality check. Nothing leaves the lot without my personal approval. Convenience. We have financing sources for almost any situation. We offer on-site registration processing, and we have maintenance programs for years of stress-free ownership. And now open for all your maintenance needs. Our full-service repair facility, where oil changes start at just $19.99. Call today for your appointment or just stop by. So save thousands and deal with the dishes. Route 32, North Franklin. Or check us out online at dishfranklin.com. Or ring us, 860-383-4750.
Don't just wish. Make it Dish.
Hello, I'm Miranda Mahoney, Project Coordinator of Griswold Pride, your drug-free community coalition. We want to help you keep your kids safe during this challenging time. Social distancing is still in effect, and so is the social host law. Reports are coming in that teens are contracting the virus at underage drinking parties. Parents, allowing underage drinking on your property could land you in jail for up to a year, plus fines. Another reason why you should not provide alcohol to our youth. For more info, go to griswoldpride.org. griswoldpride.org. griswoldpride.org.
All right, it's time to take a look at the forecast right now. Here he is. It's Paul Watch.
Good morning, everybody. And right now, the temperature downtown Jewett City is 36 degrees. Sunny to partly cloudy today. Highs will be around 47 degrees. However, there could be some wind between 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, partly cloudy skies. Lows around 28 degrees. For your Thursday, well, it's going to be mostly sunny. Highs again will be here near 40 degrees. And for Thursday evening, clear. Lows around 18. And that's your weather from SNSN on this Wednesday, 03/03/2021.
All right, March 3rd.
March 3rd.
So we're talking about cancel culture and different things. And Angela says the word is schmuck. But I think she meant that was not the Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank word of the day.
No.
Sorry. No. And Paul Gilbert in South Carolina, what's up there, my friend? He's a good guy. Pick me, he says. Well, there's no picking, Paul. You gotta know the word of the day.
Correct.
That's all there is to it. Download the app. Booyah. And then you get a $100 gift card to Big Y. That's it. All right. So we've been talking about cancel culture.
Yep.
Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Remus. What about the Native American Indian that they used for pollution control back in the 70s?
Oh, the guy that used to have the tear in his eye.
Exactly.
The guy with the canoe.
Exactly. Yeah. He wasn't even an American, Native American.
No, he wasn't.
He was Italian.
He was Italian. Yeah. He played the part of a lot of Indians.
Yeah, but he was one of the most. He was one of the most famous non-American Native Americans.
Yes, he was.
So
yeah. Yeah, because think about that now. A lot of the westerns are on. Those are the old westerns. So, I mean, you got the cavalry beating up on the Indians all the time. You know.
Stephanie puts for too long, Black and Native voices were suppressed, and their history was erased and "quote unquote" whitewashed. How's that for cancel culture? Yeah. Whitewashed.
Wow.
Sometimes you have to look up these groups in order to make up for the time lost and ensure these things never happen again. You just treat people like people. Correct. And they won't happen again.
Correct.
That's pretty much, I think that's a decent solution.
Correct.
You know, when I was growing up, Paul, my mom, who didn't have a high school diploma, obviously she didn't get her GED. She didn't have any aspirations of going to college. She was a housewife for many years, and then went and then ended up working for 30 years as a certified nursing assistant in many of the facilities around here. Before they were called convalescent homes. Now it's not that. They're nursing and rehab centers now. Okay. Well, she was probably the most intuitive person that I've ever known. And even the things that she said, I believe to be true, but she was never, sometimes she wasn't even grammatically correct. So there's two things that come off the top of my head. And number one is, she used to say to me, Michael, what's it gonna do you? It's not even grammatically correct, right? What she meant by that was, don't get angry at things you can't control. If you do, what's it gonna do you? It's just gonna piss you off.
That's true.
And that's it. Yeah. You know, you're not gonna be able to, you know, I mean, I think anything can be fixed. I think anything can be changed. You know, but if you can't control something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
You know,
that's why I don't watch the news anymore.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
The other thing, and this is pretty brash and in your face, but my mother said to me, rule number one of life. And I said, what's that, Ma? She goes, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's true.
If you're not, then you will be liked and loved. And now I have a tendency to be an asshole from time to time, and I don't want to be, but it does come out.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I haven't said anything yet because things have been continuing on and on and on, and it just hasn't really just kind of stopped yesterday. Last Thursday was my birthday. My birthday lasted this year. I turned 55. My birthday this year lasted about 4 or 5 days. It just continued.
Couldn't grow up, huh?
No, it wasn't so much that. It was the simple fact that I had continuously had people messaging me, putting things up on Facebook, putting things up in different Facebook groups. I had friends, multiple friends, that put up individual posts for my birthday, which had a whole bunch of and I was completely overwhelmed. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to thank people because there's no way I'm going to be able to reach everybody that said something with all the threads. And Scott Fryer puts it up in Grizzled now, and there were, I can't even tell you, just on my own timeline there were almost 400.
Wow, you got that many friends, huh?
You know what? You don't realize it.
Yep.
So don't be an asshole.
That's true.
You don't realize it. You don't. And I always said to I remember telling my mother-in-law years ago, my former mother-in-law Doris, who I still call mom. She's she's in a facility now, and would be very lucky if she even recognized me now with Alzheimer's. But a wonderful woman that she introduced me to a movie just after I married her daughter Nancy. That many people know. It's called It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah.
And of course I was like, I like some older movies, but I just wasn't sold on it yet. And she looked at me and said, Michael, she goes, this will change your life. This is a wonderful movie, and I really want to watch it with you. And she did. So we had a time where we just had lunch, her and I, and we watched It's a Wonderful Life in black and white. Do not watch that movie in color. I will unfriend you. Don't do it. But anyway, I always wanted to have that feeling, of being George. I want to be George Bailey. Zuzu, where are your pedals, Zuzu? Damn it, Zuzu. Get your ass to school. We're like, I didn't want to be Mr. Potter. I wanted to be George Bailey. What was George Bailey? He was just a common guy. He wasn't rich. He, served his community through a business that has been in his family for years. And he didn't realize, of course, just how much he has affected other people.
Right.
I felt like George Bailey this year.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
I had one parent say to me, and it's taken me these days to really process all this. This is how crazy it was for me. I had one parent said to me, you do the Grizzled kids right. I said, what do you mean? He said, you make them feel like superstars. You and everybody there, that broadcast games on SNSN. Right. I said, well, we're just, trying to, make the kids look good. No. And he goes, no. He goes, you don't have any idea. He goes, my son, and I'm not going to talk about who, said that the interviews that you did with him helped him in getting recruited for college.
Wow.
Because I guess that was all part of I don't know if it was part of the package or whatever, but more so that it, I guess it helped him, whether it was public speaking or what. And I'm like, I guess I don't look at it that way.
No.
I just look at it as a kid. You did good. Let's talk about your performance.
No.
And it hit. It was really something. You don't hear these things all the time. And I think that's a good thing that you don't hear about them all the time. Because if you do, then you get to be a pompous ass.
Yep.
And I can be a pompous ass. I don't want to be a pompous ass.
Yep.
Oh my God, Stephanie. God, I love you. She goes, to Mike Minarski, the richest man in town.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
where did I hear that quote before?
That's right, Clarence. That's right.
Yeah.
Daddy Angel gets his wings. That's right, Zuzu. Yeah, that's right, Zuzu. So, it's true. I felt like George Bailey.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not, I guess that's all how you feel inside.
Yeah.
But I was completely overwhelmed with everything.
Well, I didn't have to jump off a bridge.
No.
So, well, I think you do. I think from a the radio station does a lot for the town. High school, grammar school, you do a lot for the kids. So whoever said
Well-
that, they're right. I mean, if you didn't broadcast those,
I
games-
never looked at it that way. I just
Well, I
looked
know
at,
you don't,
just
but
bringing something to the
it's
community
just something that
they haven't had.
Yeah, never had that kind of stuff. in this
I'm
town.
glad the kids, get
Like it.
a lot out of it,
Yeah.
and I hope they do. But we're just trying to provide a service,
Yeah.
and any residual effects
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
that's awesome, and that makes me feel,
Mhm.
that what we're doing is actually good.
That's good.
I don't want to. I don't want to be the guy that's going to sit here at a microphone and scream all day. I don't want to. I want to talk about relevant stuff. I don't want to talk about just stupid things. That make no sense.
Right.
Like cancel culture. We talked about that today. That is
yeah.
completely relevant.
What was the next topic you were going to talk about?
Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now I don't know how I feel about this. Whether it's good. I think I'm kind of indifferent, and maybe maybe this is where I need to be, is indifferent on this. Maybe I don't need to understand this. A lot of people are putting like in their email or in their title, or like, for example, if it's a female or somebody, let's be correct,
Mhm.
identifies as female,
Yeah.
puts in parentheses she/her.
Same thing.
Or men or people that identify as male,
Yeah.
put he/him. The name and then he. Okay.
Where do they,
Is that telling is that telling the community that you identify as a male? Women, is that telling people that you identify as a female? I don't maybe I just don't know what that all means.
you mean to tell me that a lot of people who are writing emails actually
It's part of their signature now.
really? See, I have not seen that.
You seem like your mind's blown a little bit.
I have not seen that because I haven't seen an email addressed to me. Of course, I'm old, but not with a he or she or he or he
Yeah.
or whatever.
He/him. All right. So one of the things that this pandemic has created is another product, and it can be a little creepy, but we do it, and we have been called upon from families to stream funerals because
Yeah.
people can't come,
Exactly.
from
Yeah.
whether it's all over the country or whatever, they can still pay their respects.
Sure.
So I have been doing that for some folks so that,
Yeah.
a friend of mine lost their mom a couple of months ago, a month and a half ago. We streamed it right from
Sure.
St. Mary's here in Jewett City.
Sure.
And it was certainly something that was like, okay, well, this is like a necessary evil, I guess. I talked to a couple of funeral directors over the weekend at one I was doing on Saturday.
Mhm.
And they said that it's not going away. Even when the pandemic levels off.
Really?
He says the streaming will still be there because people are used to a lot of different things now. Because let's say you're going to unfortunately, let's say somebody just
Yeah.
right? And you can't go there. They're in Oregon somewhere.
Right.
And it was your best friend growing up, hypothetically.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Can't get there. You'd love to go there and pay respects to the family, the kids, and can't get there.
Yeah.
Would you watch it on a stream to say goodbye? I mean, tell me the truth. I mean, yes or no?
Well,
I
you're
mean,
you're right. You're right.
so
Well, let's turn
if that's
around-
your only option,
let's turn around and do the opposite. Let's do a happy event.
wedding,
Wedding.
sure.
I mean, a lot of people
Those aren't all happy, dude.
well, they're happy at the time. They're happy at the time they're being done.
Yeah.
but, I mean, how
Yeah.
many people would love to go to a wedding out of state, but they can't make it because they can't afford to get there?
Exactly.
I mean,
If you're gonna send a gift, you can just do that via Venmo. You
Yeah.
don't even have to give a.
yeah.
It's like the greeting card industry.
Yes.
That's going to go away, I think, eventually.
Yeah, I think the whole streaming thing now is the way of the future. I mean, think about look at the TV stations now that are starting to supply streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Paramount's the next one going over. I mean, just had Discovery do it. You have all, you got CBS doing, all of them are starting to stream now for a fee because they know damn well it's the way of the future.
What's one of the latest ones? Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
They have a free service, but then they have services starting at $4.99 a month.
All of them around.
I've had YouTube. I'm about to dump YouTube TV. Sorry, Cindy, but not yet. Because we have a family share thing with a friend of ours and everything to keep the cost down.
Yeah.
But for Christ's sakes, let me tell you something. YouTube TV, when I first signed up for it was $30.
Yeah.
And now then it was within like I think 8 months it went up to 40. Well, it's like 70 now. Yeah. With taxes, it's 70. It kept going up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
And it's like the reason why I got rid of cable to begin with was because YouTube TV was less expensive.
Yeah.
It still kind of is. And you do get, I mean, you do get good value, right, relatively speaking to others.
The other thing that's the problem too is a lot of these stations are owned by big corporations and they're raising the prices.
Yeah.
So therefore, in order to stay competitive, they have to
make
money. They have to increase their rates. So that's the other thing that's killing them.
Yeah.
I mean, I think YouTube, when they first came out, I think that was their whole theory. Make it cheaper than cable. And
yeah, and now if they just stay under cable, so their prices keep going up and up and up.
Yeah. I mean, look what Leonard Broadband just did around here. They put everything now digital.
Yeah.
You can get anywhere between 120, 400 to 1,000
to a terabyte.
Yeah.
You know why? Do you know why they're doing that?
Why?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
This and I believe this to be true just because I worked in the wireless industry for years. 5G.
Oh, 5G.
Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, big three, if you will. They're going to be positioning 5G as a home internet solution.
So that's why the cable companies who offer internet.
You could have done it with 4G, but 5G is. Do you know the difference between G or 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G?
Well, I know 5G and 2.4. 2.4 will go through walls where 5G.
Well, I'm not talking about the latency. I'm talking about the amount of data that can be streamed, or the bandwidth.
5G is faster.
There's a reason why it's faster. Not just because of fiber optics, but like for 2G, which was, say, I don't know, 2003, 2004, 2002, 2003, actually, people started texting, right? 2G, all it stands for is generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and so on and so on. So that was first it was 1XRTT, which is just phone calls. So 2G, which they didn't really call anything, but that was when people started texting a lot. That's when that evolution came out. 3G was more when they started integrating multimedia. The difference between 2G and 3G is that you got to look at it this way. You got to look at it like a pipe, a water pipe, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have like a 2-inch pipe, there's only so much water that can flow through there, right? At a given time before it starts backing up or buffering or whatever, depending on the speed that you're getting. 2G and 3G was 10 times bigger pipe. 4G, another 10 times. 5G, 25 times.
Wow.
So the speed, and Verizon has been buying up bandwidth and frequency range for the last 10 years. So they have bandwidth beyond bandwidth. Don't let them tell you they don't have any bandwidth, and they're going to jack you down from 5G speeds or throttle you down to 3G because you went over your 15 gig limit. That's a bunch of horse. You know what I'm saying? They've got more bandwidth than they know what to do with. So don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. So, so with that being said, am I sitting here talking to myself today?
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of talking.
I know I can't shut up today.
Yeah. What's in that coffee?
Coffee. What kind of coffee is that? Well, it's coffee kind. So anyway, the wireless services are going to be positioning more as a home service instead of just one for your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a hotspot, on your 4G phone. You could stream right on your big TV.
Yeah, you can.
If it's Wi-Fi or if you have a Roku on there or Google Home or whatever, it's all there.
Yeah,
you can do that. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
So how do you like the setup?
Oh,
we sit down and relax. We can put our feet out a little bit.
Yeah, I can rock like a cradle here.
Well, like I said, I just want this to be more of like a homey kind of thing. So people come in when we interview them, they can be comfortable.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about standing up and being jittery. They can just kind of sit back and.
Right. I mean, it's much more relaxed than one this way. More comfortable.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. I feel a little more relaxed today.
Yeah, you can swing a little bit in your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do that when you're standing up.
No. Well, you do, but you're starting to get a little wavy because you're tired of standing.
And the thing is when we see the camera, when the camera gets repositioned, everything, you won't really even see the table anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you don't.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I think it's time now. We need to get a makeup artist in here.
No.
Yeah.
Is that coffee from, or is that coffee from your brandy new fancy machine? Oh, brand new. You haven't even seen it.
You got a new machine, huh?
I got a fancy dance coffee maker back there now.
Oh boy.
With syrups and
oh my god.
Meaning the whole thing. Got a little coffee bar built in back there.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Coming up in the world.
See,
Yes. Wow.
See, you can't even see the camera. You can't even see the television right now.
No.
The reason is because we have got the banner up for Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. And it's blocking it. So we got to move the TV down. So it's going to be a completely different experience coming up when you turn us on YouTube or whatever. We're not going to we're going to be the same crap show.
No.
Just putting lipstick on a pig,
Do I have to get dressed up now?
It's amazing you get dressed at all. So that's I'm glad you do that.
Yeah, that's true. Comes out of my PJs.
Yeah, no. We'll just go to Walmart after that. All right, we're going to take a quick break right now. Paul's got the weather forecast coming up in a couple of minutes. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. I appreciate you being there. It's SNSN.
Hi, I'm Harry, the Tooth Fairy. Or at least I used to be the Tooth Fairy. Business was great. Then people started discovering Griswold Dental. Dr. Norman Katzoff and his staff can do things to help you keep your teeth longer. It's enough to make an old Tooth Fairy cry. Griswold Dental can do all the work in-house. Imagine a new crown in 2 hours. They even know how to make dental anxiety go away. They even have a laser that can help with your gums. Griswold Dental will make you want to smile again. They can restore, clean, and help prevent all those problems that keep me in business. Dr. Katzoff and his staff will make you feel like family. They're friendly and you'll be comfortable. Contact Griswold Dental today and set up an appointment. 860-376-2624. 860-376-2624. Griswold Dental, 87 Slater Avenue, Jewett City. Tell them the Tooth Fairy sent you.
I'm going to tell you a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Once upon a time, my neighbor took some stuff called heroin, or maybe something else called fentanyl, but it killed her. The end. She was the best neighbor you could ever have. I can only imagine how her 12-year-old daughter feels. This is a story that is told more and more every single day. People that are addicted to opioids are just like you and I. It's your neighbor, it's your uncle, or even your mother. Good people that have gotten sick and they are dying. This story can change. Prescription drug abuse is a serious public health issue that can be faced effectively with the right resources and education. Don't let opioids have the last word. I can change the script. You can change the script. We can change the script.
For additional resources, go to www.drugfreeconnecticut.org. This message brought to you by Griswold Pride, Putnam Pride, and United Service.
You buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
When was the last time you considered the benefits of having all your insurance handled in one place? One number to call, a licensed account manager dedicated to your policies, discounts for having your policies with one company. The list goes on. Did you know the Burns Agency has a team dedicated specifically to home, auto, umbrella, flood, life insurance, business insurance, including workers' comp and professional policies? We do it all. Call, email, chat us online today. Experience the products and service our loyal customers receive and appreciate. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Much better. So much better with Burns. Right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
That's right. You buy better at Burns. Make sure you check them out for all their insurance products that they have available, both in Norwich and in Dayville. It's the Burns Agency. You will buy better at Burns. Here's the forecast with Paul Disco Lash.
Yeah, that's right. All right. The temperature downtown Jewett City right now remains at 37 degrees. Sunday to partly cloudy today. Highs will be around 46 degrees. Again, could be some wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour. After all, it is March, so windy month. But tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows around 28 degrees. And of course, we get Thursday. It's going to definitely be sunny, high near 40 degrees. And of course, for Thursday evening, mostly clear, lows around 17. So we got some good weather coming up for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
no,
that's supposed to be nice.
No
yeah.
snow, no rain. So, boy, we'll be
I think we might be done with snow.
I would hope so.
Maybe one more shot, but I think we're done.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I mean, it certainly would be nice. I mean, we've still got snow in the yard, so it's disappearing slowly. So maybe with today and the rest of the week it'll be gone. So, yeah, yeah. So nice to see the. Plus, I think the clocks go. The clocks go ahead over the weekend, don't they?
I don't know if it's this weekend, but I can tell you what's happening today.
What's that?
Well, you told me. Actually, I knew, but I forgot. Dr. Jill Biden in Connecticut today.
Yes, you're right.
Does it affect anybody?
Coming in Meriden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you affected by Dr. Jill Biden being in Connecticut today?
No.
Yeah, me either.
No.
I don't even know what is she a doctor of?
Don't know.
If anybody knows, tell me.
I have no clue.
Tell me in the group. I would really love to know what is Dr. Jill Biden a doctor of?
Who knows?
Thugonomics.
Maybe she's a PhD. I don't know. I have no clue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could not tell you.
I have no clue. Honestly, I don't know. I thought it was coming up, so it certainly is in March, but I'm not sure of the date for the turn of the clocks ahead.
Okay.
I lost the whatever it was. So I imagine it's either a couple of weeks away, probably middle of the month. Or so. Yeah.
So here's another thing that I think is diversion. Diversion from what's really going on out there. What they don't want you to know, they don't want you to focus on.
What's that?
Like in Connecticut. There are some bills that are being proposed that are in committees that to me that just don't make a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean it doesn't mean something to somebody else. And thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you for participating today.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate it. She has a doctorate in educational leadership.
Okay, so she's a
there you go.
PhD.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dr. Jill Biden, who'll be in Connecticut today. What the hell was I going to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Well, you're talking about the bills. I mean, I heard.
Oh yeah.
I heard of
just
a bill this
bill
morning.
on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, I heard a bill this morning. Some senator in the state legislature wants to do is he wants to provide the state to provide revenue, and they specifically said New Haven.
Okay.
Because a lot of their property is not taxable. So to make up the difference of the non-taxable property, the state wants to create a pilot program to give them money, so their tax revenue is much higher, so people don't have to pay.
So how about this? There's a bill. Hasn't made it to the House of Representatives. It's still in committee. It's still new. To discontinue school resource officers.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
It's not going anywhere, I don't think. I think it's just, forget about it, move on with your day.
I don't get it.
Because that's a town by town thing. So the state is trying to make it, is trying to put a blanket over the entire state.
I don't get it.
That's a part of every school's or every school's budget from town to town.
I don't understand that at all, because we were so afraid, over the last couple of years of the shootings that were going on, and we created these resource officers, and now they want to take it away, which does not make any sense to me at all. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
I don't understand it at all. So, unless the state mandates that you get rid of them, I would think that the town of Griswold would continue to keep their resource officer.
Anybody in the room? How do you that is watching on YouTube and or Facebook? Do you think that they should discontinue the school resource officer program?
Yeah, I don't get that at all. I don't know. These are the people that we put up in Hartford to represent us, and they come up with these agendas. Like, where the hell is this guy coming from? You know what I'm saying? Where there's if they take away, what happens if there's another shooting, which we don't know?
Right.
Could happen. Then what's going to happen? How's
God
that person
forbid.
how's that person going to feel? Oh yeah, I took them all away now, so now the schools are wide open. I don't get it.
So that's one of the bills that are, I think, trying to deflect. I think it's a deflection bill.
Oh.
Just my thing. Yeah. Another one is a bill that is in committee. And I talked to a state representative and said this is a very young bill. And this person wasn't sure what to think of it yet, because they hadn't read the language, in this proposed bill, is to lower the voting age in Connecticut for state and municipal elections, not federal, but state and municipal, to 16.
Yeah. Which we all know that 16-year-olds, although a lot of them may be mature enough, but a lot of them are not. And would they vote? I mean, we waste that time. Would they take the time to go vote?
Does a 16-year-old, do they have the understanding to vote at 16? I don't even know if 18-year-olds do, to be honest with you. I don't even know if 55-year-olds do. Yeah. We got to keep it somewhere. But one representative did tell me that if they're going to go ahead and lower the voting age, if they're even entertaining this idea, that they have to do it, they have to keep it the same all the way around the board, state, municipal, and federal. You can't.
So you can't have somebody vote in the municipal but not in the state.
Right. Well, no, you can do municipal and state. You can't do federal. Like you can't. 16-year-old couldn't vote in a presidential election.
Well, then what's the sense? Because I think a lot of them would rather vote in a presidential.
That's why this bill makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't get it.
And these are our lawmakers hard at work.
Yeah.
Coming up with stupid stuff.
Why aren't they coming up with stuff that will benefit the people? Why aren't we doing some of that stuff?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I have not talked to one person that thought, hey, you know what? Let's lower the voting age to 16. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Not one.
What are the politicians even done in Washington for us? I mean, they came in and they promised everybody this stimulus bill that was going to come in, and they were going to do all this stuff. And it was going to be out to everybody. And, immediately, we're already into March now. Nothing's happened. I guess it got through the House, but now there's going to be a lot of crap going on in the House to take a lot of crap out. And the stupid idiots always stick stuff in there that has nothing to do with, the stimulus money at all. So, There you go.
Why not? Here's a novel idea. Why not create a bill to drop the gas tax so we don't pay? So this is all right. When the pandemic started, one of the things that came out from the political fronts is do not price gouge. Do not price gouge, whether it's masks or water or toilet paper.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing with gasoline?
I don't know. What's it up to now? I know. Yes.
273 for regular.
That's not 89.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's the 89.
So who the hell?
I know.
What are they doing?
90 proof. 90 is
90 proof? What are you talking about?
That's $3. No, you're right. I mean, it's ridiculous. These lawmakers we have, they don't do
See,
anything.
this is okay.
Yeah.
This is okay that we get jacked up, at the gas pump. But they talk about no price gouging. They are price gouging at the gas pump.
Right. Well, they're blaming it on the bad weather that happened in Texas.
I don't care what they're blaming on. They're going to blame it on everything. Oh, you know what? I got a hangnail. I got an ingrown hair. Let's raise up the damn gas tax.
So I wonder if Texas now comes back.
Let's put a GPS monitor in your car so we know how many miles you went.
Well, that happens too.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You don't think a lot of companies have GPSs in their trucks?
I'm talking about on a state level so they can tax you.
Oh, yeah.
I know different companies have GPSs and governors and that kind of thing, to monitor where you are. Yeah. Everything is, a lot of things are logistics now, like UPS, supposedly UPS drivers can only make right-hand turns because at stoplights, you can go right on red. So there's no idling and they save money on fuel. That's one of the things. And there's others that I don't realize I even think to know about, but I'm so pissed off.
See, that's what happens because you're letting things.
What's it gonna do you, Mike?
Control.
What's it gonna do you, Mike? What's it gonna do you?
Yeah, it's not gonna do.
You're right,
now
Mom.
You're
right.
Get to you that you have no control over. None.
It's going up 70 cents.
Yeah, it's now it's $3.
What changed?
Snowstorm in Texas.
What changed?
Well, we all know what changed, but I'm not going there. Yeah.
That's the only thing legitimate that I could think of that changed.
Yeah. I know. Everything is up, going up. And the government's going to give you money. Here's the other thing.
And they're printing money, and that devalues the dollar.
Yeah.
So that is worthless.
You know the next thing that's going to happen?
What?
I was reading an article yesterday where a woman was complaining that, she collected unemployment because she lost her job. And she got, her unemployment check, and then she got the stimulus add-on to that check, not realizing she had to pay tax on the unemployment check.
Okay.
And apparently now she's hurting. I mean, she's a person that, wants to pay her bills, but now she realized that she owes $600 in tax money. And she doesn't know where she's going to get it. My guess, the next thing that's going to happen in this bill, I think this whole income tax thing has been in effect since 30s, maybe. Many, many years on unemployment. So I would think the next thing they're going to do is they're going to allow people to escape from paying taxes on their unemployment money. I'm waiting for that to come out. And then I see also too that what he's doing is he wants to be able to write off $10,000 of federally sponsored school loans. Only 10,000. Originally it was 50,000. Now it's down to 10,000 to be able to write off. So there's another thing where, the common person who's busting his butt paying his freaking, school loans. Then they're going to have somebody come along and just write off it for them after this person's been struck. So it's really not fair but of course, anything in this country is not fair anymore. So, but there's some things that I'm waiting to see what happens.
Just bring back Aunt Jemima. Bring back Uncle Ben. I'm serious. Dr. Seuss is not a racist. Come on.
Ain't gonna happen.
Cancel culture should be canceled.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm just waiting to see what's next. Something else is going to happen next. You wait.
Of course. Of course.
There'll be another thing that somebody will have a bright idea, and that'll be the end of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just every day there's going to be something that they're going to cancel.
Why don't we just, instead of our names, just Paul, you are now 7341. That's your name, 7341.
Well,
because you don't identify as a male or a female or anything. You're just 7341.
Well, you already have a number.
Social security number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be traced. You don't want to be found. Get rid of your cell phone.
Yeah, that's true. Because
don't sit here and say, "Well, I'm going to go ahead and make my profile private because I don't want anybody to find me." That's a bunch of horse manure.
Yeah, they know exactly where you are.
If they are going to find you, if they want to find you, you're gonna get got. Period.
Oh yeah.
So I just don't worry about it. I was talking to my friend Angela, who does the afternoon show here. We were talking on the phone the other day, and we were talking about somebody's got to be listening on the phone somewhere.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just told her, I said, I don't really care. There's nothing, just don't lie and just don't do stupid things. I could care less, who's listening on my phone.
Yeah,
I could care less.
NSA.
Good day, NSA. I mean, you could listen to my phone calls. I don't care. There's nothing that I'm doing that would condone any issue. So if you want to waste your time and listen to my phone calls, have at it.
Well, they may.
If you know where I am, bring me a frickin' sandwich and shut up.
They're going to be coming in here, maybe complaining about the way you're talking on the.
Good. I have a conversation with them because I'm not hiding anything.
They may think you are.
How could I be hiding? I'm telling them I'm not hiding anything. Door's unlocked.
Come right in.
There you go.
You'd be going out in handcuffs.
For what?
For the hell of it.
See, that's what I mean.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I don't care.
Huh?
They're not going to do anything. We still have some. I mean, we still have some law enforcement in this world, and
for now,
yeah, well, for now, let's just keep dealing with that. All right, we are out of here. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We had a really good conversation. The studio is going to look different, more and more different every time you guys tune in. Every single day, there's going to be something a little bit different. We're going to create this real, just kind of comfortable atmosphere, that. Just sit and have a chat.
Like
it's starting now,
like
but the table's a little different. We have stuff. We got another TV on the wall that you can't see from this vantage point, but you will, and that's that. So, don't ever forget though. One thing that I do want to make sure, we've been talking about one of our sponsors lately, of course, Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, but I don't want to outshine also the Jewett City Savings Bank, where we broadcast from the Jewett City Savings Bank studios every single day that we are on the air. So we are here from the Jewett City Savings Bank studios. But I will tell you, make sure you get the app. If you do not have it, enable notifications. That is paramount. Enable the notifications, because once you do that, you're able to get the notifications of the word of the day.
The word of the day.
So we've had two winners of $100 gift cards. It's real, folks. They're real. I had the D'Amicos open it up right in front of me just to say, okay, is it? Yep. And there's a receipt, $100. It's real. It's not one of those promotions where we're going to give you $25,000. But it's a promotion between 10 different radio stations. No, this is us. $100 gift card, Big Y. Get the word of the day. It's going to be on the app. We'll push it out a little bit later on today. And then be ready tomorrow morning after 8:30, where you can call in at 860-591-1054 and win.
I know. I can't do it.
Yeah, sorry, Paul.
I'm
Or relatives. So even Mike couldn't do it.
I tell you,
fix is in.
Yeah. $100 is a lot. Like I said, I went there yesterday, grabbed a few things, $100.
So congratulations to Michelle D'Amico and also Jess Preslucky. Wait a minute. The fix is in. They're sister-in-laws. Wait a minute. Hey, they won fair and square. All right, Paul. Thank you for coming in today.
Yep. See you
And I will see you Friday morning for Stump the Jump Ball. And Chris will be here as well. And the studio will look even more different when you come in on Friday. So have a good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate everything that you do and the time that you spend with us here on SNSN. Have a good day, everyone. Phil Michelle coming up live from the Griswold Youth Center. And then, of course, Angela from 2 to 6. She's a dork, but she's funny as hell. And she's fun to be with. So check her out this afternoon right here on the Streaming News and Sports Network.
Tested for corona. Sipping a corona. Broadcasting on